Every professional makeup artist starts somewhere, and this is where my journey begins. Hey Amore Nation, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm Alicia Amore, I live in Jamaica, and this is the very first episode of my MUA diaries. This is where I'll be documenting my journey from building my makeup kit to makeup school and eventually becoming a professional makeup artist. Period. Today guys, I will just be creating a makeup look while I basically show you some of the first set of products that I have purchased to build my makeup kit. Some of these products I've never used before, so it will be my first time trying it. And guys, I personally believe that I have to try the products first to get a feel of it before I try it on my clients. Human beings have all different type of skin. Alright, you have oily skin, you have dry skin, and you have oily combination skin. So a part of my prep plan is to ensure that I get products that can work for different skin types. This is a beginner pro kit, so I'm also trying to get affordable products. However guys, I've been doing makeup for a very long time. I've been doing makeup since I was probably 16 years old, and so throughout that time until now, I have definitely tried a lot of different makeup for myself. So at this point, I know that there are certain makeup products that I wouldn't use personally as a professional makeup artist. I know that a lot of these products I will definitely be skipping. My plan is to definitely build a kit that will consist of affordable, budget-friendly products, but I'll also be using high-end products as well, just mixing it up a bit. I started this series because I wanted to show the real side of building a makeup artist career, the behind the scenes, the setup, the practice, the mistakes, and the progress. If you're trying to become a makeup artist or build your own beauty brand, I want this to feel like we're growing together. I'm currently building my brand Glow by Amore Beauty, and this series is also a part of that journey. I'm learning, I'm improving my skills, building my kits, and creating my own style of soft glam and everything in between, one step at a time. So I'm not here to pretend like I have it all figured out. I'm here to show what it really looks like to start from wherever you are, build consistency, confidence, and skill over time. You'll see real practice sessions, product reviews, client prep, setup changes, and everything that goes into becoming a professional MUA. So whether you're a beginner MUA, someone who loves makeup, or just watching the journey unfold, let's build, learn, and glow together. So I'm currently using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and this is in the shade, I think this is in the shade 360. Will the Fenty foundation make it into my makeup kit? Yes, it will, but to start, I've decided not to use the Fenty foundation, and here's why. I've decided to use the NARS foundation, and that decision is really based on the type of finish that I prefer for my clients, and also the way I'm building my makeup style. And guys, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking in a mirror, okay? I'm focusing on a very soft glam, skin-like finish, and NARS is definitely something that I believe will give me that seamless blend. NARS also has an undertone range that works really well for the variety of clients that I may encounter as a professional MUA. It's not really about one brand being better than the other. It's about choosing products that align with my current technique, skin prep focus, and also the overall experience. The overall experience that I want to create as a makeup artist. I am using this beauty blender. This is from the brand AOA, and it's called Super Soft Pawpaw Wonder Blender. This was really affordable, and it has 6 in the pack. Now I'm gonna take out one because, as I say, I believe that I have to test the products on myself before I use them on anybody else. When them say super soft, them never did that tell no lie, believe it or not, because me I tell you say I'm having a great experience right now using this beauty blender, and I'm definitely going to get some more because it is not giving me any trouble putting the foundation into my skin. Me I dab it and it will blend seamlessly, and I love that. Now don't get it wrong guys, I will definitely be using makeup brushes on my clients as well, and I have definitely ordered some makeup brushes, but I have not received them as yet. But I am all about versatility, and so I don't just want to rely on makeup brushes, but definitely have to stock up on some beauty blenders. And for school, it is also required for me to have beauty blenders in my kit, so I wanted to get something that was affordable, but also something that could give me a good experience and get the job done well. Not because it's cheap means it's not supposed to perform. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't pay more than $1,000 or I didn't pay more than $1,500, and me I go back for it. You know, sometimes when you buy the product them and you wash them couple times or you put water on them couple times, the durability starts to wither. But so far, me like how this feel. It feels soft and nice, and it did expand when I wet it. So I believe that I'll be getting some more of this for my kids, and of course I'm gonna get the regular ones, guys, like the Real Technique and stuff as we go along. But I feel like this is a good starter beauty blender because it feels real soft and nice, and it's definitely delivering. Next time I go to the store, I'm gonna order 2 more. The Fenty Beauty, it definitely gives you full coverage. You have to keep building it up, because if you can look on the side of my face, I have a little bit of spots, but here what I do wrong now, here what I do wrong, I'm gonna fix it, you know. I should have definitely applied my corrector to kind of minimize that. I'm gonna do it now, guys, because I have a few dark spots on my face. I would color correct. I'm gonna do it all the time, but for the purpose of this video I would like to do those steps. So I also got me some LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I got these in the shade Fawn. I got the orange one, I got the green one, I got the yellow one, and I'm getting a few more. I'm gonna learn, I guess, when I go makeup school what all the colors are for. I know what the orange one is for. It is for, you know, if you have these areas like the spots and thing. And one thing I know about the Fenty Beauty, it offers you good coverage, but you have to build it up. So you see, like when you have these type of issues now, you have to definitely use a color corrector if you want to get that seamless finish with all of the spot and the things them remove out of your face. So for the purpose of this video, we're gonna add some color corrector right, so go along. It look like blushy though. Had I color corrected in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have had used so much foundation. They are next to invisible, so we're gonna make that get some time to dry down, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our foundation over it. And we're just going to warm up the foundation a little using just like a dab, and then add that to our face. Much better. I mean, notice, and even though the foundation is a little lighter than my complexion, not a little contour can't fix. I say if my kit did fully up, I could have used my mixers and definitely get the right shade to begin with, but my kit's still tiny, guys, so even without school, we know how to fix them issues from a long time. So definitely I'm gonna do that. Okay, guys, so I also got these brushes, eyeshadow brushes from Maine. So I bought these to be a part of my kit for school, not necessarily my client brushes, because I have some more professional brushes that are coming, and I'll be using those for as my client brushes. But for school purposes, I got these. They're not so bad, and them can definitely do the job. Afterwards, I may just have them as my personal eyeshadow brushes. It also came with this spoolie. I'm going to take them out because I did that, you know, I did that test them. So I'm not going to be doing my eyebrow. I'm not telling no lie, guys. I fear that my eyebrow is going to be one of the things that I'm going to be hardest on myself with, because an eyebrow can definitely make or break a face. And whilst you can have the technique for your own eyebrows, but just imagine like doing other people eyebrows. I mean, I wonder if I got able to just, you know, lock the strategy, because remember, people have different faces, people have different eyebrow shapes, and that's one of my biggest concerns. I really want to make sure that I have the eyebrow technique down pat, but I know for sure that is definitely going to come with practice and also using the right tools. So I got some tools for brows, but they're not going to be in this video for now. I'm just gonna use a regular pencil and add my eyebrows. So guys, I kind of have a little idea what I'm gonna need to do to make sure I get those like real precision brows, but the tool them not come yet. So when the tool them reach, then I'll probably do like a more detailed eyebrow video. But for now, just I do what I can with what I have. Now for me, I do have like a bit of hairy brow. I believe stroking the brows is best, and sometimes the pencil is not as effective. Yeah, can't remember a soft brows I wear right now, and I really the harsh looking square box brow them the days they kind of over with my love. But I also start use the eyebrow gel or the eyebrow glue, but them things don't reach it. gonna be using one of my old brushes. I'm gonna use it to clean up the glue. Probably should I use one of the new brush them because the brush are kinda old and I can see some of the string them are come outside. And that's also something you don't want when you're doing makeup because that can ruin the look. But should we do this a while now? We know how to make it work. We're gonna just apply all the product over the lid. And this can kind of serve as like a primer for when you're gonna do your eyeshadow. Because didn't I say I was testing the products? Why didn't I use the new brush? I'm gonna use the new brush. Mange short shader brush. I don't even know if I right brush, but anything I can clean up the brows are that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See? Why I never just use this from morning? And that is why you guys should always use clean brushes to apply your makeup. And this is how good tools. See the benefit of using good tools when you're doing your makeup. Can't tell when last I shaved my eyebrow. So I'm gonna have a little bit more fun with this when I have the right tools. I have to practice with everything. That's it for the brows. They're not sisters for sure, but they can pass for cousin. That's not that tea. And if y'all remember this, it is the Milani Make It Last Microfine Mist, and I'm just gonna use it to kind of just set my face, set the foundation, and then get into the eyeshadow look. I used that a couple times, guys. I can definitely tell you now, it will be a part of my kit because it make whole heap of sense. When I tell you say it make whole heap of sense, just believe me, it make whole heap of sense, girl. So if you're looking for like a very affordable setting spray, you can definitely try the Milani Make It Last Microfine Mist. And the one thing I really love about it, when you spray it on your skin, it just nice. It does not wet up your face and none of that. It's just like what it says it is. It's just a mist and it gives that nice misty vibes there. So that is definitely going to be a part of my kit because I love it. Let's talk about palettes. So I already have quite a few palettes that I know I will be adding to my kit, but I recently got the Coffee Shop Eye and Face palette as well. See, I'm gonna take it out of the box already because I did look at it before. Oh my god. And one of the reasons why I got this palette, guys, is because it has some lovely browns in it. I feel like as a makeup artist, these are some of the colors that you're definitely going to be reaching for the most. And I also feel like to start my beginner kit, this is definitely essential because most people like soft glam makeup anyway, and these definitely have the shades that can help you to create soft glam looks. So it was also very affordable but still offers great quality, and so I definitely felt like the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette was a must-have. You're starting out your kit and you want to find affordable products that can also give you that high-end experience. To go with that, I also got the Juvia's Place Prep and Prime Eye Primer, and we're gonna use this, test it out, test the beauty, test the skills, and see what it's up to give. Right, and I got the shade, this is shade 1. I'm also going to get the P. Louise eye primer for my kit as well because I want to be able to have variations. Now I'm trying out the Juvia's Place for the first time. This is a blending brush. I'm gonna use this shade as a transition shade. Pack it in, and then dust it off, dust off the excess, and we're going in. We're gonna create an eye look. What's funny is, guys, a long time and I really wear eyeshadow, and I'm not really wear eyeshadow like that again, you know. So it's fun to be playing in eyeshadows again. That's one of the things that I am enjoying with this experience. It's gonna allow me to play in eyeshadows again, and yeah, I like that because I kind of put on the eyeshadow thing, you know. Can't bother. The shade not have no name. If you happen to get the coffee palette, may I use the one at the top. I don't even know if this is the right brush, but that's why I go to school. I want to learn about the different brushes. You just use one of my things fit for the job, you know? kind of do the little sweeping motion to make sure say the transition shade getting at them little parts as well. Gotta do the same thing on the other eye. I'm gonna use our next brush and I'm gonna be using this shade, the one right so this. I'm gonna kind of just use it for blend and soften the top of the brown there, because the brown kind of rough, you know, so I'll kind of soften the top of that a little bit. Now some people would have used tape at the end, yeah, so I just like practice, we do the thing without all of that, you know. Be very nice and soft. And we're gonna prep and prime the eyes, guys. Add it to the middle. I like to do that, kind of just like have an idea when I'm gonna cut the crease. I'm gonna do a half a cut crease. Yeah, if you not see the quality switch, guys, it's because my battery died, and that's just reminded me that I need to get a new battery, because for these cameras one battery can't work. You need like 2 or 3 batteries. Show must go on, so I put on the primer and now we're gonna test out the colors for the coffee shop palette. The coffee shop, I was doing a digital coffee shop series. Let's kind of swatch some of the colors. So basically these are the color swatches in that palette. I'll try to decide which one I want to put on my face. I'm gonna use the gold for the sake of it. I'm gonna use this brush and I'm gonna use the gold simply because why not? Just pack on some gold right there in the middle. I'm gonna use my finger. Like if I use my finger with it going like real cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely something for like a soft glam. Pack some more on this stuff. I need to add a little bit more depth, so I'm gonna use this darker shade right here. Just add a little bit of depth. See the difference? Go back over it with like the transition color. This one, just kind of soften it out back a little bit. Alright, so I think that can work. Let's blend it a little bit, push it a little bit more into the gold. Alright guys, so I also got a few detailed eyebrows. These definitely will be going into my case, even though the makeup brush that I ordered, it does come with some detailed eyebrows that are going to be far way better than these. These are pretty affordable, so I'm going to be using these detailed eyebrows to create like a wing. So I'm going to be using this one right here, and I'm going to take a very, very dark shade from this palette. Now look, it must be not black, but this is the closest thing I'm seeing to black, so I'm going to be using that one, right? And I'm going to be creating a wing. But just remember, guys, so I can't use my mascara right now. A little bit thicker under, and then carry it under. Okay, okay, just enough. And then we put this look a style, yeah. Look a style. So we're gonna be doing the same thing on the other eye. I'll be using this pencil. I'm gonna go use this shade up here, so, and I create like a highlighted brow. Just look. Whoa, this is super pigmented. Never did I expect this. Never did I expect all that pigment. I just wanted to highlight here a little bit, but I literally wasn't expecting it. Alright, so that's the eye look for this one, and I'm gonna be doing the same thing on the other eye and then come back to now. See me there, both eyes. done. I've been trying to get to this part. 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 So this is the, can you see it? The curve case. Now I got this because of the reviews and every single body curve case, curve case, curve case, curve case, curve case, curve case, curve case. Am I not up already? No, curve case. So one of the reasons why I decided to get this product basically is because as you can see, even though it's not really, I wouldn't consider it to be cheap, especially in Jamaica. It's about $8,000 for it. These are first of all cream, blush and contour. So it is a 8-pack case, and as you can see at the top right there, it has 3 lovely colors that can use as blushes. And if you want, you could probably use this orange as a character. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but this look like it could definitely use as a character for me, or you can just use it as a bright orange blush if you want to be creative. But here you can see the different ranges here of deep darks. So this is the reason why, even though it have a little price on it, if you're a starter MUA, I would say this is a good go-to because you get not just contours or cream contours at the bottom, but you also get blushes. So double for your money, I would say. So we're going to go in right now and contour the cheeks using this palette, and we'll end up using the blush too. But yeah, we're gonna be using this right now, all right? Because really and truly this is like a cream product, I'm gonna be using a really old brush. So it's like a distribution now. One of my friends that will sale for probably like $5. I'm gonna be going into it and I'm gonna use the deepest shade. And the reason for that is because I know once I start blending it out, me just might blend out the whole of the color. So oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Jesus, I feel like I'm putting black paint on my face. Did I make the right decision? It doesn't really matter. We can blend it out. This is really dark. Alright, so I'm gonna use that for that because, you know, it's contour. But definitely not gonna use that shade from a fire. I'm gonna use the next color up, which is this one. Use the other side of the brush. Yeah. Next thing, we'll put it up as I want to look my face black like paint. No, sir. Alright, yeah, girl. So I use that right there, so this right there, so we look at this too. Mix it. Put a little bit on my jawline right here. And I put it on my nose right here. And here. Where that lingers. So I'm in school. And then again, my nose just is not the average shape nose, so understandable. Yeah, so I'll put some more because I want that kind of snatch, oh baby, look, I want that snatch. So let's start blending it out and see if this blends in seamlessly. I can't wait for me to get more of my teeth. I feel like it's all about my greatness. Anyways, let's go. Let's blend. So I probably should have tried the underpainting, like add the blush first, but we're gonna add this first and then get it. My this is really dark. This is really dark. I feel like I chose the wrong shade. I probably am gonna just put too much. This is really dark. When I look at this, I just look at makeup and I can correct this. So don't worry about it. Me will correct it. But damn, at least one know. A little goes a long way. I don't need so much. I probably like it's the shade, bro. It's dark. But you know, I'm gonna regret it because I feel like it's gonna come out just the way I want it. Really snatched. I really like how it blend out though, guys. Even though I use the darker shades on my jawline, it blended out really nice. I'm gonna feel like when I'm done, it's gonna make me look really snatched. This is like a full face glam. Alright. Yeah man, let me see, get it, let me see. But I go back into the same palette, guys, and I'm gonna using this orange one. Well, let's see how it come out. Get it. Well, let's see how this come out. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add the cream blush first. Yeah, look a bit on the nose. So what I really try to do now, guys, I try to use all the creams first, and then we'll set them with the powders. That's great. Honestly, I like how the curve case is blending out. So even I put some on my nose. It's really pigmented, but it's not like a high pigment where you feel like you have paint on your face. It's pigmented, but enough where your face just look normal. Normal out, you know? Normal blush settings. I even feel like mother add some more, but because I know along the way I'm gonna add the powder blush over it, and I have not yet highlighted my eyes. I'm not going to add anymore. But I like it. I like it. I like it. I definitely can see what the rave is about. It's nice. It's nice. It give me a buzz. It give me a vibes. Not bad at all. Come on. I can see. See it? Yeah. And this is the orange. Could I add some more in it, guys? But maybe. No, I'm not adding more. Listen to the voice with you. Listen to the voice. Don't add the word. Yeah, I like it. It's not bad. Will I add this to my kit? For sure. I'm using the shade Deep, and they have light to medium shades and other shades as well. I think I might have 2 more shades in this. I like that one here. Yeah, I like it. But the only thing with the makeup look here now, guys, like really wanted like a high beam highlight. I'm not gonna get that because guess why? I don't have like a light color concealer, and it's pissing me off because I really wanted to give y'all like that light concealer look right there. So but I'm still gonna try to create it because I do have the Morphe setting powder, and the Morphe setting powder kind of does have like a highlight setting powder in there, so I'm gonna use that to set my eyes. That's what I'm gonna use to set my eyes, because we need to get the eyes really white and bright. Yeah, we really need to get the eyes white, so we're gonna do that. All right, you know, the little things them, we're gonna make the little things them just, yeah, but I'm gonna show us that even though girl don't have everything, girl still I go practice with what she have until she get all of the things them what she need. My son is there with me for the ride, so I'm gonna see when I get more things. We're gonna do more look, we're gonna do more testing. Yeah, testing 1 2 1 2. So let's just go and ride with me. Remember, this is the reason why I'm doing this. I want to show you everything. I want to show you the beginning of the journey. 8 months from now, or 8 videos from now, we can look back on that video here and say, yeah, I did it from the start. Girlie. And honestly, I'm not gonna put a lot of foundation under this. I'm gonna tell you why. This is not a concealer. This is my Fenty Beauty foundation that I am using, and I'm gonna pack up under my eye with that because it's not a concealer. But don't even have a look at the LA Girl Pro concealer right now. For say, me I go, but could I use, you know, something bright and light and what gonna give me the look I want. Honestly, what I'm gonna do instead is just try to see if I can get the look from the Morphe. I got this Morphe setting powder, and it have all of these shades. So what am I gonna do? I use this and this to set it. All right. My beam. So this is the yellow powder. So I'm gonna use it to set under the eyes. And then I'm gonna use the whiter shade one. See me now? See it there? Well, let's see if we can still get the look. What do you think? I think I'm gonna get it, guys. Y'all think I'm gonna get it? What y'all think? So I'm not really wear makeup again. Nowadays when I do makeup, I do some simple thing. Remember a few videos ago I was telling you guys I did a summer look. Very simple and easy going. That's my everyday makeup look. And I really do nothing crazier than that, and I haven't been for a long time, even when I go out. Cause like I just don't want all of that. Isn't it? But now that I decided to do makeup school, I'm gonna have to practice, guys. I'm gonna have to get back into the swing of it. Because we want to make sure so the look them come out but I'm bougie. We want to make sure so the people them still face them and say, yeah girl, like you want for them a makeup. Yeah girl. And you are carry the swing, you have the anglings. You are the one for the job. A little bit too over the forehead type shade. The chin type shade. And you notice someone never really do it well. I don't have a concealer. When I have a concealer, I'll do it. But when I really practice to put too much of this all over my face. And I'm gonna let it bake a little bit just because I didn't have a concealer, so I kind of want to it bake a little bit. So we're gonna leave it there for a little bit and kind of focus back on the cheeks. I'm going to use the darker shade, which is this one, and we're gonna set. Guys, I also got a Juvia's Place bronzing duo palette, but that not reach. We have a big unboxing for doing with makeup, you know. And I just stick around it for now while so that the things are coming. You understand? The things are coming. Just trust the process, man. Trust the process. All right. We're gonna add back a little contour, but blush, but we're gonna be using this blush. Remember the blush when we get out of the Sasha powder blush? I'm gonna use it and add over the powder contour right so. I'm going a little heavy on the blush because a some of yellow as some of you. Yeah, pigmented also. You notice guys, I'm kind of like carry around up on the face also. Yeah, kind of look heavy on that and a while ago. We're gonna blend it in the brush. We're just gonna lightly tap it because we want the blush for heavy. We intentionally want the heavy blush. Intentionally want face for red like lobster. Intentionally want that lobster look like intentionally want. We're gonna be using the Make It Last setting spray once again. Shake it, spray it out the sun. Love it. I want the powder for kind of just settling on my face also. Thing just boom bang. Everything just boom bang, boom bang, boom bang, boom. Press sorry in a little bit. Add back a little blush up so. Tap in back a little bit more blush over it. Spray. Oh my god, I was dying to have my hands on this. I'm gonna use the one size setting spray. I'll fix that because I'll take the rest of the time and put our blush. I wouldn't want nothing shake, I wouldn't want nothing move, alright? Sorry, I don't want she to move. While we put our lashes, we want she stay circle our body also. We don't want she to move up and down and go on. So the lash that I'm gonna be using is from this little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece lash kit that I got from Glam Beauty on a budget. And guys, a lot of the products that you see me trying at the Curve Case and what else, the Coffee Shop palette, the one size fixing spray, most of those products were from Glam on a Beauty budget. But I want to really talk to you guys about a lash adhesive glue that I discovered. It's from D-Up. Go get yourself the D-Up eyelash glue. If you are looking for an eyelash glue that is going to give you that super hold on your lashes and also give you that experience of leaving no residue on those lashes when you flip them off, you need to get this. If you are a lash girl, if you wear your lashes often, if you wear strip lashes, if you want to preserve those lashes, get yourself a D-Up eyelash glue. You know, when you take off the lashes and you have to be picking at your eyelashes to get the glue out, you won't have to do that with the D-Up eyelash glue. This something right here, so first of all, the convenience of like having this little felt tip on the lash where you can just swipe it on the lash band. So convenient. You won't have to like squeeze anything. You just use this little felt tip, which helps you to create your own moderation. Like, I'm gonna leave a link in my description box if you want to go ahead and purchase this glue. Get you a D-Up eyelash glue. It will save you $1 or $2 on those lashes. All right guys, so this is my lashes. D-Up for the lashes, baby. D-Up, period. How is my eyes looking? Lord God, the makeup not done yet. Let me go ahead and add my lips now. Apply the lip liner correctly. I feel like I'm gonna be very bold on the lips today. I got this Marc Jacobs Hard On Red Lippy. I remember me telling us I'm gonna try this some bright lips again. Red is kind of bold, but I feel like it's perfect for this look. So I'm gonna be putting on a little bit and then add on my glass over it. So now OD, just see, I'm barely pressing into it, barely, and that much come off. Press on my lips. I just feel like the packaging for this lippy is so cute, and then most importantly, guys, you got this on. So cute, really cute, love it. So, and then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm, my fave. Y'all know, if y'all know, y'all know. And just for a little extra added glow, I'm literally gonna go back into my coffee shop palette and I'm gonna use this gold. No, I might just use this one right here. I kind of just create like a light little. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. Sometimes you have to test the palette, you know. Test it. No, I feel like too much come up right so because I'm wanting just a little that I glow up when I put on my face. I see something that's warm a bit so, and then a little bit on my nose. I use this little tiny pencil right here and just go in the depth of my eyes just to open up my eyes a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. I'm blending out this little bit because you acting a little bit too bright. That's how for better right today because this is not a highlighter. So I don't know what I expect, but I just want a little glow up on my face. She not supposed to move, you know, for the rest of the day, you know. She not supposed to move, none at all, you know. Tell me just look at tea, like, So guys, I'm back on my camera. Let me turn this up a little bit, cause like, Jesus Louise. Is it this way to turn it up? I don't want it to be over bright. But are you guys really seeing what's happening? So I want to say that I enjoyed trying these makeup. No, like if you are here up until this point, let's just say this is a learning experience. It's been so long that I have played in like eyeshadow looks. Let me zoom on my eyes, guys. Like, don't play with me. Like, don't play. Let me go out. Like, tell me this look ain't tea for real though. Like the coffee shop palette. This is just me practicing, and with every makeup look, guys, the beginning always look crazy, but like as soon as you get it together and as long as you can make that finishing touch look like geez Louise, I'm gonna tell you guys again to go get yourself the D-Up eyelash glue. So one of my main goals with makeup, guys, is to be able to do like wedding glams. Oh my god, I can't wait to get to that level where somebody trusts me enough to do their makeup for their wedding. Like, we are trying to go to the ultimate levels. I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh god, Alisa, please try and get affordable products when you're starting out as a makeup artist. That is definitely one of my goals, but I'm also trying to create a luxury experience. So I really want to try and get a few affordable products, but I also want to stretch it and see if I can get really good quality products as well. And sometimes, guys, good quality products is going to cost you a little bit more, and I don't have a problem. I'll just take my time and build. Imagine when I'm done school, like, look how my face be. Guys, rate this look and let me know if I did well. There is still so much, first of all, that I need, and I can't wait to take you guys along for the journey. I'm super excited. I can't tell when was the last time I felt so excited about doing something, you know, like this. I'm super excited and I can't wait to start the journey, and I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. So if you are definitely a girl like me that's starting your makeup school journey and you want to come along for this experience, we can grow together, learn together, share information with each other. You know, as I go along, as I learn, whatever I learn, I can share it with you, and whatever you guys learn, you can share it with me too. We're all in this together, girlie. I realized I didn't add my mascara, and I had to go back in and put it on because trust me, the mascara really helps to make the look. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take my photos so I can create a beautiful thumbnail with this look for you guys. See you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye, Amore Nation. Like, would you trust me to do your makeup? I beg you, my man. My body green, your body crying. I beg you, my man. Pretty like a rose in a garden.